So, we know a couple things. First of all, I hope you know that that's the basic form of an ellipse. X squared plus y squared. And it's actually, think of it like a form of what is x squared plus y squared equals 1? What is it? Not a problem. X squared plus y squared equals 1 is a circle. In fact, it's the unit circle. And we know that multiplying or dividing causes what to the graph? Stretch. Yeah, it stretches. So this is like a circle that is stretched differently in x and y. That's what an ellipse is. It's a circle with different stretches. So, if we are so inclined, we know that we can find the foci by taking the distance to the foci, distance to the focus for each foci is c. And we can take that by subtracting the big number squared minus the little number squared. Now remember, the foci are always on the long axis, yeah? Let's take a little look at slightly different problems. It's just building off of what you can already do. I'm not giving you the equation. I'm asking you to write the equation. Standard form, but I'm giving you a couple facts. The vertices are at 5, 0, and negative 5, 0. And the foci are at positive or negative 4, 0. Cool? And we're supposed to find the equation of foci. We're going to, it doesn't say graph, but we're going to use it though. So start with the equation. The basic equation is x squared over something, y squared over something, equals 1. Do you agree?
Yes.
Right? Use what's given. The fact that 5, 0 is given gives me one of the denominators. Which one?
25.
25 is under x, yay? Oops, and the y we don't know. Given vertices. Okay? Now, the last thing we need to complete then is what's the y? That's where the foci come in. Use the foci to find the y denominator. The big idea we talked about is c squared is big squared minus little squared. Yeah? Okay? So what is c? C is 4. The distance to the focus is 4. What is the big? 5 squared. And the little is what we're looking for. I'm just going to call it L squared if you don't mind. So if I go with 16 equals 25 minus little squared, then I'm going to add little squared over and subtract 16 over, and I get L squared is
9.
9. So L is good energy. L is
3.
3. Now that means the little semi-distance or half distance is 3. And because that distance is 3, I can finish my picture and most importantly finish my equation. The y denominator is 9.
Oh my god.
Okay? Do you agree?
Yeah.
All right.
I like this.
Yeah, you'll be fine. These go pretty well. Like I said, if you've paid your dues and you have your foci stuff down. Like the standard form, if this is in my way. Ah, right. Yes, the vertices.
Is that always referring to x?
No, vertices are always the end of the long axis.
I know she's long.
Well, it's not always x.
How do you know though?
How do you know? Because I'm telling you, that is the definition of vertices. It's the end of the long.
Yeah, but like how do you know if you put on x or y?
It'll tell you in the point. Okay?
Duh.
So in this case, they're saying the vertices, so the long of the axis are 6 and negative 6, which tells me now it's a vertically long ellipse, yeah?
Yeah.
And I know the foci are here. That's cool. So let's again start with the basic shell. X squared plus y squared equals 1, and let's find the stretch factors. 1 is being given. Which denominator is being given, x's or y's?
Y.
Y's is 36. Do we all see where that's coming from?
Yes.
Okay. The foci then we can use to find the little. Remember, c squared is big squared minus little squared. C is? What's C? 5 in this case. And big is, or little? Which one? 36 squared, and little squared is to be found. 25 equals 36 minus little squared, which means little squared is 11, so little is root 11. Now in terms of graphing it then, the minor axis we would go what? 3, between 3 and 4. Okay, root 11 is between 3 and 4. So I would have a nice graph. Oops, I missed. Should have had a nice graph. Missed the graph. And what is the x denominator? 11? Root 11? 121? What do we got there? It is just 11. Okay? You done? Questions on that one? Okay? Let's move along to slightly different. Horizontal axis. We had a little vocabulary issue on the last test, but that won't happen again. Major axis of length 8 and a minor axis of length 6. These are the total distance across, not from the center. Okay, so it says it's a horizontal ellipse. And so the major axis should be x. It's a horizontal ellipse, so that means the long axis is horizontal. So when it says the major axis is length 8, it needs to go from -4 to +4. And a minor axis of length 6 needs to go vertically from 3 to 3. This is giving you a ton. In fact, we actually know everything we need to do to get the equation. What's the equation? X squared over? What's the x denominator?
16.
Squared, so 16. What's the y distance squared?
9.
9 equals 1. All right, they also ask us to write the foci. Will they be on the x-axis or the y-axis? X, y. I mean, WHY. X, 4K. 4K the X. 4K. Yeah. En español, por favor. Mayor. Mayor y menor. Mayor. ¿Cómo se dice axis? I don't know. All right, so how do you find the distance to the focus? Big squared minus little squared. Do you know C? No, that's what you're looking for. What's big squared? What's little squared? So, what's the distance to the focus? Root 7. So what are the foci? Plus or minus root 7 comma 0, or write it in 2 if you like, but there are 2 of them. Make sure you get both. You with me? Okay. All right. A vertical, this is going to have a little bit of more ugliness, but it's still the same idea. A vertical ellipse has a major axis of length 14 and a minor length of 4 root 2. Find the foci, write the equation of the ellipse. You could either write the equation first or write the foci first, but let's graph first. What do I know? What points can I put down?
On -7 and -7.
Is that x or y? I need to go 7 and -7. Y is 7 to -7 because it's a vertical ellipse. All right. The x is 4 root 2. Root 2 is about 1.4. So 4 root 2 is about,
3.4.
try again. What's 4 times 1? What's 4 times 4?
Like what?
5.6, okay? So each half is about 2.8. So go about 2.8 left and right. Okay? All right, so let's walk through that again. The total across is 4 root 2. So half across is 2 root 2. If root 2 is about 1.4, then a half is about 2.8. That's the thought process. You see? Okay, so there's my graph. It's really stretched. Let's go with the x denominator.
49.
The x denominator is 49, or x is the ugly one? X is the ugly one, okay? So we need to get the ugly one. What do we square? Do we square 4 root 2 or 2 root 2? 2 root 2. 2 root 2. We don't want the whole distance across. We take the half distance across. What's 2 root 2 squared? What's 2 squared plus root 2 squared? 8. It is 8. Okay? What about the y denominator? 49. All right, there's our equation. Now we need the foci. What's the big idea for foci?
49
C squared is big squared minus little squared, yeah?
Yeah.
What's C? Oh, we don't know that.
We don't know.
We don't know that. We'll come to that later. What's big squared? 49. What's little squared? 8. So it is root. Or, sorry, C squared is 41. So C is root 41. So what are the foci? How do you know they're on the y-axis? Okay. Are you doing okay with this? Okay, flip it over and do this problem first, then a second harder one. This first one's really easy, second one not so much. You do not, unless there's a graph provided and the question explicitly says graph. Ready? What is your x denominator? Maya, what's your x denominator? I agree. Aubrey, what's your y denominator? 1. I agree. Right? You agree with that one?
Yes.
Okay, that one is pretty soft. Try this one. It's a little harder. If you could do this one, that's as ugly as they're going to get until they're off the origin. When you're done, just hang on and we'll go over it together in the class. Okay. Okay, are we ready? How we doing? All right, let's see how we did. This one requires a lot more thought, yeah? Okay, so minor axis of length 2 root 5, but I don't know where to put that yet, yeah? So let's go here. This tells me something. It tells me that this is horizontal or vertical, which is, it's got to be vertical. Okay. Now, the fact that this is vertical tells me that the major is y and the minor is x, yeah? Okay, so what is the minor x? If the total minor, which is horizontal, is 2 root 5, then half the minor is root 5, and it's the x distance. So what's under the x? 5. Okay? Now we're starting. Now let's also go to the idea that c squared is big squared minus little squared. What's c? 4. Is this 5 big squared or little squared? Oops. It's little squared because it's the minor. And do I say 5 squared or just 5? Just 5. So b squared is 16 plus 5. So what goes here is 21. Okay? That one was tough. Okay. Homework. Yes, your homework set. 9. Yes. Today? I cannot give it to you today. I do not have it ready yet. The best I can tell you is this. In class or what?
Oh, I totally heard that though. Class on just like the teacher like makes sense to him. They have like class for Dallas,
That's a good
and all we do in AP does is lecture. So it's like I always have to follow it.
All right. You have a good 15 minutes. Don't waste it.
You're wasting my time. That is funny. I'm going to tell you about it, but it's really right.
Yeah, that would be great. So I'll keep the Spanish as my first language.
Okay, let's do that. I'll have you. Excel calculator, I'll have you go out and or in the hall.
The whole grade of the sucks for them. It'll look really bad. Get inside and see me class fail. You know how bad that is?
On our transcript,
Yeah, but the school doesn't want that.
they'll be the night so much. I think my physics probably three. The same over.
I don't like studying about that.
Are you I like it.
I did a lot of research over the weekend, but
I'm so glad. You don't know. No, it's not. And I'm awful in a class and just put it and I don't do anything about it and I just kind of like pretend like it's not a thing.
Hey, the new ones I want you to, I'll have somebody, you put these up are 7, 8, and 9. You can do those, and with about 3 minutes left, I'll have you each put one of those up, or call 3 random people to put one of those up. Oh, thank you.
No, ever.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why this has got me through such a loop. They should teach us. I don't know what use that. But like, you ever heard of no, if you really use it, you do like.
Give me a number between 1 and 22.
What? So smart.
James, put up 7, will you please, on the board? Give me another number between 1 and 22. 12. Colin, would you put up 8? Put up 8. Leah, give me another number between 1 and 22. 4. Jill, will you put up number 9, please? Thank you. James got 7, Colin's got 8, Jill's got 9. You what? What? Something worked for 15 minutes, you know? Any other number?
Do you want us to find the foci on this? I'm not done either.
You guys talk too much then.
Do you want us to find the foci on number 9?
Jill, do it now. Just get it done.
Do you want us to find the foci?
I am looking at the book. Just give me a minute. Yes, just generally always find the post if they're not given.
So I got it. I can do it. gonna tell me what happened.
Chapter 16.
In main class, this was the worst.
Oh, Stacy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
She's able to keep this take it down.
Okay, do we concur with 7? X squared over 16 plus y squared over 7 equals 1.
Make your stuff.
8. X squared over 24 plus y squared over 49 equals 1. Okay, and 9. X squared over 4 plus y squared over 25 equals 1. All right. Well done, people. Thank you, volunteers. Volunteers.
Sitting in the back, all came out of everyone's screen was red except for like Jay's wrong. Everyone's screen was just I was strong.
7 and 6 out of the 13, so 13. What? 7 and 6 out of the 13. And if they're separated by 2, it's their sum times 2. It's their sum times 2. I don't know what use that has.
It's actually makes graphing pretty darn easy. I can tell you that.
I'm not laughing. I am.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right. Yeah. Number 2 done.
I like like his rule today was to become a husband or death.
We actually
So you have like a sleep cell. Yeah, I'm just really like
Yes, but I don't have it for you right now. I'll try it. When are you here till Thursday?
Yeah.
I'll have it for you.
I also need to
Okay. Have a good day. Thank you. You.